Hello and welcome. It's Esther here. So thank you for joining me on my channel, and especially joining me for this video, because in this video I am going to show you how you can set up or start with a new album, a new binder, a new planner, organizer, whatever you want to call it. Um, so I get those questions quite a lot. How do I get started? I don't know what to do. Is it difficult? Do you have some samples? And of course, there are many samples out there in my Facebook group, on my YouTube channel. But I thought it might be fun, yeah, to show you a new video on how to get started. So yeah, if you are new, this might be very helpful for you. If you are more experienced, sorry, this also might have some tips and tricks for you. So keep on watching. I do have a little cheat sheet here because I don't want to forget anything I am planning on telling you. I do have the capsule collection in front of me, and this is a set which is really versatile, and you can start numerous, or you can create, sorry, numerous pages and projects with only this. First of all, of course, there is no wrong or right. It's all about you, about the things you would like to create, and as long as you are happy with it, it's fine. There's no judge, there is no planner police or whatever. It's just about you having fun and doing something you really like. So don't be afraid, and yeah, just follow along with me and my video, and yeah, it might be helpful to you. Um, let's see, what would I do now? Yeah, okay. Start, if you are completely new, please start with one project. Don't start with many things at the same time, because that's not going to make you happy at all, and you might get lost in all the projects you're working in. So, first of all, why do you want to make a journal, a binder, a memory keeping organizer? um, because you want to keep your memories, you know. And as I've mentioned many times before, there are so many photos on our computers, on our phones, and I really would love to have them in a journal which is easy to hand out or easy to browse back in after a few months or after a few years. So now, what are you trying to do? What do you want to do? There are, of course, many ideas, many possibilities to work in these binders. And if you haven't seen a binder yet, this is a new one. So this is where we are going to work in. Yeah, it's a nice concept, by the way, because it's all loose leaf. So if you made something and you don't like it, take it out. Or better not. Don't put it in there. You know, if you are buying an old-fashioned photo albums with all those pages glued in there, you are sometimes you might be scared and make mistakes. You don't want to ruin your journal or your photo album. And with this system, well, and there's nothing to worry about, because you know it's just a sheet of paper, and if you really don't like it, I mean, you can always change things, and in the end you will maybe love it. But if it's really that bad, take it out and throw it away, or just don't put it in your journal. um Now, there are many ideas to do this. So you can use it for memory keeping, and then memory keeping has many possibilities too. So you can do weekly memory keeping, monthly. You can only document the highlights, or your journeys, your travels, holidays, life milestones. But you can also make it into a garden journal, or a recipe book, things like that. You know, there are really many possibilities. A family heritage, a wedding album, a new baby, or of course an art journal. So, oh, and also I almost forgot, card makers. I know there are many card makers out there, and you know, I love card makers. I only don't make cards myself, but you know, if you're a card maker, you always make cards to send out and you never keep them. So, what you also can do is, let's say you make a 4x6 card, you send it out to someone and you really love it. Make an extra one, but then put it on a larger page. And that's just for you to keep it as a reminder that you made something really, really pretty. So, send out one card, make an extra one in a little different size and put it in your binder. So, also an idea. So, now, how do I start? And that's what I'm going to show you. Oh, this is a little card of my collection name. Two sets from, I can't remember the name now. Okay, sorry guys, there's so much going on in my head. The capsule collection. Yes, sorry. I am thinking about what I'm going to tell you. I have to speak English. I don't want to forget anything, so that's why I didn't come up with the correct words. So, capsule collection. That means that it's timeless and it has some basic elements. So, I think I mentioned it before. You can create numerous pages, projects, but you can also use it on cards maybe. So, if you have these two sets and one stamp set, and I forgot to put the stamp set here, so let me grab that one. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one. With this, you can start. Oh, and you need a binder, of course, something like this. And you need paper. Now, I'm going to work with my reminiscence book because I just love that. So what do I do when I start? I take an empty binder and I start making divider pages. So let's say for the first 6 months of the year, because I like to journal, make my journals weekly, do weekly memory keeping. And so for about half a year, most of the time, I can fit it into one journal. That's if I'm not going on holiday, then I would most of the time do a separate journal for that holiday. But most of the time, if you do a page a week, you will be fine with one binder. And if it doesn't fit, just get another binder and continue in that one. So first of all, I am going to cut out 6 base pages. So that's where you can use this one for. And that's what I did here. I've got 3 here to show you. But let's say you want to do 6 months, you cut out 6 base pages. Takes 30 paper because this is going to be your divider page. And we are going to work with these strips to make divider and tabs on the side. So this is your base page, and then you are going to continue with these. Now, these have decorative strips over here. Going to show you in a minute what you can do with them. And these are the ones with the tabs on the side. And you can fold them on the side of your page. So I numbered them 1, 2, and 3. So you can see 1, 2, 3. And if you turn them around, you die cut from the other side of your paper. You can also make 4, 5, and 6. But that's all up to you. You can also repeat this a couple of times. Now, it's a little bit shiny, I see here. Okay. So what did I do? 3 base pages. I do have more, but I'm going to show them to you later. Do I need this now? No. Oh, by the way, this is a really fun set because it also has a tag with holes, so you can put the holes. Sorry, you can put the tag in your binder. You can also remove the holes, the part with the holes. Then you have a tag on its own. There's a window here which you can incorporate in your tag. So it is a tag with a window. Reinforcers over here. These elements make you sorry, no, they don't make you. You can cut holes with them and then add your tag to it. These are, and now I also forgot this name, turnaround buttons. Yes, there's a full alphabet and the numbers here. Reinforcers, and this is also a very fun one to use, and I'm going to show you a sample with this one later on. So I'm going to put this aside now. I don't need it anymore. And And that's because I did some cutting already. Now, as you can see here, there are 3 strips which I have been cutting. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure if they're in the correct order. Yeah. You can see the tabs are on different heights. See, so this is 1, 2, 3. So let's say you want to add one more of those. You turn it around, fold it the other way around. I'm going to show you. And then you can position it here. So then you will have 4. Oh, that's the same one? No, it's not. So that is, yeah, all up to you and whatever you want to do with your pages and tabs. So let me fold that one back. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let me ink those because I always love to do a little bit of inking. Quickly going to add some ink. So grab yourself a coffee or a cup of tea. I could have done this before, but sorry, I didn't think of that. Can also do this one. Quick inky. Also love to do the sides. Yeah, sometimes people also ask, do you start with photos first or do you start with paper? Now, to be honest, I start with paper. I am not looking to match paper to the photos I want to use. If you want to do that, please do so. But for me personal, it's not necessary. I mean, there's always a way to make things match. And if someone has a green sweater on a photo, you really don't need to use green paper. But if you want to, of course, you can do so. That's all up to you. But it's not the way how I work. So yeah, this video is only there to show you some possibilities, and it doesn't mean you have to do exactly the same as I do, because you know, you are you, and you do things that make you happy. Okay, these have some ink. Oh, let me do those at the same time. So they're all inked up. And this might not be a combination you might like. So also try to think in your favorite colors, favorite papers. So I'm also going to show you a little bit later on what's it look like when you are using the bright colors. If you're into, you know, bright and shiny like yellows and pinks and purples and orange, happy colors, if you're into that, it is also very fun to use these dies and make your own journal. So here we go, almost done. Inking them up. So these can go. So you take one strip. I always start with the one with the tab at the top. That makes it easier for me. And you see, you can fold that one and it fits exactly to your planner page, your journaling page. This is what it looks on the other side. If you don't like this, you can always cover it up with an extra piece of paper, glue a label on it, or just leave it the way it is. Yeah, so take some glue. Here we go. Don't put glue on the tab because you don't want that one to be sticky. Oops, there's a big blob coming out. So don't put glue on the tab. Where is my tab? Over here. And then you just slide it on the side of your page. Let me put that to the side. And then you just hold it for a few, oh, it needs to be a little bit up. Move it up. Yeah. And squeeze it down for a few seconds until your glue is sticking to the paper. Now, you can also use some clips or something if you're not patient enough, but I don't mind holding it for a few seconds. And then here you go. You've got your first tab or index page Oh, I still didn't glue it down. That looks better. Okay, so now I am moving over to the tab with the tab on the second position. So see, here's my number 1, number 2, I guess, and this will be number 3. Yeah. So now I'm going to do the pink one. Same thing. Oops. So that one is going to be this way. And also hold it for a few seconds until it sticks. Or use a clip or something. Push it down on the other side. And this is your second tab. You see how easy it is? So this is a perfect way to get started. Okay, number 3. Again, some glue. Not sure if this is enough, but I'm trying to squeeze out a little bit extra here. And maybe here. And again, on the side of your page, and fold it down. Okay, I will hold this one for a few seconds. And in the meantime, I'm thinking, is there anything else I can tell you? I'm still working on the base of setting up a new journal. Here we go, the other sides. So here we have 3 index pages, divider pages, but of course I did prepare a couple more. So here you see you will have 6 of them. Now these, oh, I didn't put enough glue on there. You see, it's lifting a little bit. More glue, more glue. I need more glue. Hold on for a few seconds. Maybe it sticks down a little bit better. Okay, now these strips you can add. You can leave them the way they are now. It's depending on your mood or whatever you want to do. And then you can glue these one. Hey, why is this? Let me check. That's weird. Ah, this one is good. I'm not sure. I think I accidentally cut off one little item, or it has been torn off. These elements you can glue down extra if you want. You can glue it next to your first element, but you can also put it on top of it. Whatever you want. Or use it on the other side to cover up this piece. And then you can glue it on top of that. I think I like this one too. Well, you can do this one. I know the combinations on paper might be a little bit weird, but it's just to show you the possibilities. Not if you think it's really pretty. So I think for this one, it might be nice to glue it on the back. But on the other side, if I ever want to use this, and these all have the decorative strips on the front, or did I? Oh no, I didn't do the back yet. You see, so I can do that later. Let me glue this one down on the front. So I'm not sure how this happened, but it is a little bit weird. But sometimes things are not going as planned also while recording a video. So I am going to glue it down here. So I keep seeing a little piece of my first piece, my first strip, and then I'm gluing this one a little bit over the edge. But you can also bump them next to each other. So there's one more. And then I only have one because the other one is too short. Would this be fun, yellow and pink, or shall I use it on this one? Well, it can be both. I think I will go for the yellow and pink today. So let's do that. And I'm going to put those next to each other. So you will keep seeing a little bit more of the pink. Now, what you also can do, you can also first start decorating your page and then end with strips like this. That's also a possibility. But I would always start with the tab index pages first. And this you can do later. So pretend they all 6 have now a tab on the side, and you can put them into your journal. Journal. Let me see. There's already something in here. I'm going to tell you later. You see what I've already done? January, February, March, April, May. These were the samples I made for the packaging. And this is what I wanted to show to you. So pretend you want to start with the top tab first. So you need to look for the one which has the tab on the top. That's this one. Then take one which is a little bit lower. So here you go. And then probably this is the same. You need this one, 3. You can do number 4. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can go back with 3 again if you want to, but you can also start at the top again. So it also depends on where you did put your tabs on. So I'm going to add those in the back. And this is the way how I would set up a new journal. Pretend this is not here yet, okay? I'm going to put these in and pretend it is my new journal for 6 months, which are coming. Oh, and you can also, and look at this, emboss your paper. So cut your paper first. So make your page with this one, then run it through your machine with an embossing folder, and then apply the borders to the side. That's a really cool one too. Okay, now you have your base pages, 6 months, and you can use those stamps to put on the tab. So January, February, March, April, as you can see over here. So I added them here. Okay, so that's what you can do. And then you need to have something in between. So the pages where you are actually going to do your memory keeping. What I do, or prefer to do, it's not always happening, but that's always how I started my journals. Take papers you like. You say, let's say you want to do a journal in red, white, and blue, or you're like orange and green, or you're into purples. Cut the paper to size, put them in your journal. So let's say put 3 or 4 sheets in between this one. So regular pages, I did die cut the same page again. So I'm still working with those 2 sets. Again, this base page, I did cut it from neutral papers. Can use both sides. And these are the ones I am going to journal on, which I'm going to do my memory keeping on. So in the end, it will give you something like this when it's completely finished. So, and again, don't think about the colors too much. Just add a few pieces of paper in each compartment or each division or each month. Also nice to put in a pocket page. Make a pocket or take one of the pockets which are probably coming soon in this collection. It depends on when are you watching this video. So you can put in 3 or 4 pages. Don't think about the colors, just pick colors you like, and don't think about will my photos fit with the pages. At least that's what I'm doing. If you want to match everything really and make it 100% perfect, then you maybe should change it around and wait until you have the pictures and then look for the photos for the paper to match your pictures. But that's all up to you. But this is a really easy way to start working, and just work from this. So when I'm at the new month and I see these papers are in here, I just start working with those. You just have to do with it, because otherwise it takes up a lot of time if you are going back in your journal and trying to find the perfect piece of paper with this perfect photo. But again, it's all up to you. But I'm just showing you a way, yeah, to make it a little bit easier, because there's always something that fits. So for example, let's say there is purple in this picture and my paper doesn't have purple. You can always add some embellishments with purple, or maybe washi tape, reinforcers. So in the end, it almost always comes together really well. So now I have to look at my cheat sheet, because I am not sure if I forgot something. Let me check. Yeah, don't make it too complicated. But that's what I think I already mentioned to you. And you don't have to be an artist or, I don't know, a famous person to document your life. Everyday life is good, you know? We're all living the average life, you know? We have to do groceries, we have to clean the house. So these are really fun things to document. Also, if you're on your own, you know, sometimes people say, yeah, but I don't have children. No, you do it for you. And you always, everybody has a friend or a dear friend you want to document about, or someone who has been very meaningful to you, or, you know, there's always something to document about. You work in your garden, you clean the fridge, I don't know. You know, um, don't think too much. Regular stuff is good, and it's also good because you can't document every detail. So let's say you are going on a 2-week holiday. Now you probably will make 300 pictures. You can't put 300 pictures in here. Yeah, you can, but then you need a lot of journals. So take the highlights from that holiday, or take the highlights from your week. And it doesn't matter if you're at the office 3 days a week. Make some photos there, you know. Grab yourself a cup of coffee when you walk to the coffee machine, or your desk, but because it is so much fun to look back in those things sometime later, and it's just the regular things. And I think I mentioned it before, things what I document. I think I mentioned this one before, but a couple of years ago I went to my son to IKEA. And now when I look back into their journal, normally I would already have been forgotten about that. But then I see this picture, and you know exactly what we were doing there, why we went there, what did he buy, you know, things like that. And it's just the little things which are really important. At least that's for me. So, yeah, you start up your journal, you put in some plain sheets, and now you can start gathering ephemera, little things, little keepsakes. So let's say you get a little invoice, how do you call it? A ticket, when you have been purchasing something, or you went out for have a cup of coffee, or you went to the cinema, or whatever, little keepsakes, put them somewhere safe. And when you start working on your journal, you can get them out and use them on your pages too. Do a little bit of journaling, add some stamps with text, and that is already a good way to start working in your journals. So, and don't forget the tougher moments too, because you know, life is not always happy and fun. We all have difficult moments, tougher moments, and these are really important to document too. Yeah, put everything aside, things you think, okay, this might be interesting to use, and maybe later it turns out you're not using them, then you can always throw them away. But so you have your base pages, and then you can start filling the base pages. I'm not going to show that to you now, making pages like this, because there are many of them on my YouTube channel already. You see many samples in the Facebook group. So this video is just about setting everything up. So this is, yeah, with the capsule collection, I'm going to show you what I did with different papers. So it looks completely completely different. Here we go, almost there. The bright papers from Spellbinders, you know, all the pretty colors. And I made one page, which I did some months ago, um, with the products I already had from Spellbinders with my granddaughter. So you see how how different this style looks. At least that's what I think, compared to this. You know, this is more vintage and this is much more into the bright colors. So it depends on your personal style, how you want to work and which colors you would like to use. So I will take them out. I did the same as I just showed you with the strips. With the tabs, you fold them on the edge of the paper, and the decorative strips on the side. And what I did here is the stamps. I used Versamark and then white embossing powder to do the months. So that's it. I hope this has been helpful for you, and you can start making your own journal, your own binder, and document your memories. I would love to see your projects in my Facebook group, or put them on your own timeline, and you can always tag me so I can see what you have been working on. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let me check my cheat sheets for 1 second. So I hope I didn't forget anything. No, it's just about, again, it's the regular stuff, everyday life, photos, words, stamps, and paper. And don't forget, have fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi again, it's me again. I forgot to show you what you can do with this strip here. I mentioned it before. It's really fun to use, and you know what you can do with it? It's going to be this. I made a little shaker here. So I'm not sure if you're able to see it. There's acetate. So I cut it out, acetate in there, and I added some little thingies in there from one of the other die sets. These are all screw heads. But it's really fun to make a shaker element with this with this piece, or maybe you can add a photo behind it. And over here you can also see from the same set, this is the tag. Oh, sorry, let me grab it for you. Over here, with the holes still attached, one of the, what they are called, the hole reinforcers, a photo of our granddaughter, and here you can see the same tag again over here, and this is one of those little thingies, and you can open it up. So that's what I forgot during recording the video, so I just wanted to add this so you've been able to see everything. Thank you again. Bye bye.